Chinese opera has a lengthy history in Singapore since the 19th century when our forefathers came from China to seek their fortunes. Along with them, they brought their culture and various art forms, opera being one of them. In the days where sources of entertainment came from live performances, crowds from all walks of life were kept enthralled for hours at end in open-air venues, and Chinese opera was a major entertainment outlet. There were diverse dialect groups among the Chinese immigrants, and thus a plethora of opera types. Hokkien opera was known for its portrayal of everyday living, Cantonese opera for its imitations of royalty and court happenings, and Peking opera gradually gained popularity in the 20th century in Singapore as Mandarin became an official language. Pingshe, a Peking opera group consisting of individuals with full-time jobs who have come together for the love of opera. They meet as often as time allows them and are like a big family. The warm and welcoming opera troupe tries to actively organize performances which anyone, even without training, can take part. In fact, they're having a performance in September, and anybody with an interest can help backstage. Up till today, Pingshe has a history of over 70 years. The troupe upkeeps with the traditions of Peking opera and retains high standards of this craft in all aspects of performance, such as dialogue, speech, and diction. They have even traveled overseas to perform, sharing with others this wonderful craft. Master Yan, the current chairperson, is a full-time traditional Chinese medicine physician.
平社成立到今年已经差不多要74年了。平社为什么叫平社呢？因为以前呢，北京叫北平，京剧呢叫评剧，所以平社就叫为平社了。其实，平社就是一个业余京剧社。那个时候就是有一班那个南来的，从中国来这里，就是他们喜爱京剧，就组成了这个平社。我们的老社长啊，跟中国方面都有联系的。我们去过中国好多地方演出，像太原呐、北京啊、梅兰芳的故乡那个泰州啊，我们甚至去过云南演出。最拿手的几个剧目就是我们的《霸王别姬》、《铁公园》，还有楼台会。我们现在是在演出方面，我们一般上我们的是免费的，我们送票，我们尽量就是有中英文的字幕。但是京剧不是一天两天能够培养起来听得懂的，因为毕竟他唱的时候是一件很文言的，很困难啦。但是毕竟困难也是要做这个工作，也是属于文化的一个部分，传统文化的一个部分。
We had the pleasure of having honorary chairman Chen Muhui singing 逍遥津. This song is set during the era of the Three Kingdoms.When General Cao Cao found that he was being schemed against and took revenge on his foes by having them killed. It is one of the more masterful pieces for the actor playing the older male lead role in Peking opera, and Chairman Chen's singing did not let us down indeed. Master Huang, who holds a full-time job as a secretary, sings for us 贵妃醉酒, a key piece of work by Maestro Mei Lanfang. It is a song sang by concubine Yang when Emperor Tang Minghuang did not keep to his earlier agreement with her to enjoy the scenery, resulting in a drunken episode whereby concubine Yang lost her composure. Obviously, opera brings in history and fiction together, allowing people of the 21st century to understand the music and culture of those times. Up till now, it is still unanimously agreed that Hokkien opera is the most commonly practiced and watched in Singapore. A reason for this could be that Hokkien people still form the largest percentage among the ethnic Chinese in Singapore. The longest performing Hokkien opera group, Sin Sai Hung, made their last performance in March 2014, as most of its members were aging and the heirs to Sin Sai Hung did not wish to take over the business. Many of its fans turned up at its last performance on March 4th, and it was sad to know that the once illustrious star of Hokkien opera in Singapore of the 20th century decided to cease its operations. Despite this, a new troupe, Xiao Dong Tian, was formed after the closure of Sin Sai Hung. Owned by Mr. Chai Longqi, it consists of some members originally from Sin Sai Hung and has about 10 artists at the moment. Even Sin Sai Hung's daughter-in-law is part of this new troupe. The performance we managed to catch was at Pending, Bukit Panjang, and the troupe had dedicated the afternoon show to their gods as usual. The story is about a rich girl who falls in love with a poor scholar, and her father finally agrees to accept her choice of spouse, giving his blessings for them to be together. The atmosphere backstage is lively and happening. The crew members and artists move around agilely, at ease with life on the wooden stage, which is their home for the next 2 days. They worship the god Tiandu Yuanshui, and everybody does not consume crabs around the stage, as folklore has it that the crab is the benefactor of Tiandu Yuanshui. Mr. Zhuang previously served at Sin Sai Hung as backstage manager.
我们整个编制大概在15个左右，可能比较有年纪的年轻人很少懂得说来欣赏这种传统东西了，所以我们也正在想办法怎么吸引年轻人来看。
Madam Tao also previously performed for Sin Sai Hung.
新赛凤我是做30多年，因为新赛凤收了嘛，然后有新的班主起这个小洞天哦，然后我们就继续做下去哦。
Wang Yichuan is only 24 years old. He has a full-time job in the government sector, so opera is really not so much as a side income, but more for interest.
耳濡目染啊，因为我们从小到大就看大戏长大，从小到大是唯一的兴趣来的。什么戏剧种都有剧本，他们都有一定的唱词可以唱的。福建戏没有，就看有一张台，我们叫台手，我们大概给你讲个大纲，台词、唱词、口白你自己想，就是不要离题就对了。所以我觉得福建戏比较特别，是我们都能自由发挥。
Amidst the hubbub of a food street located in Chinatown lays hidden gems such as Cantonese opera group Chinese Theatre Circle, a tea house which won the Excellence for Singapore Award in 1997. Chinese Theatre Circle houses Canton Opera veteran Si-Tu Hoi-Sung, an opera artist who won the Outstanding Young Persons of the World for 2001. Having begun her training in Chinese opera art since age 14, Ms. Si-Tu has 39 years of experience under her belt. We catch her and Ms. Frances Wong performing Ding Hua, a romantic and patriotic tragedy. The story is a popular tale of the last Ming princess who committed suicide with her consort upon the fall of the Ming dynasty rather than submit to the emperor of the new dynasty. Ms. Si-Tu made the excerpt completely accessible to the tourists hailing from Australia, Spain, and Cambodia that evening by giving an introductory speech on the 4 main components of opera, such as makeup, dress, gestures and movements, as well as vocals. The informal lecture, delivered in English, would be a medium which appeals to a wider audience, and Ms. Si-Tu's humor definitely helped in drawing the crowd. Chinese opera is not dead if you share in this dream, which so many practitioners share, if you have the heart to seek it out and the time to spare. Just like sipping a cup of tea, you have got to savor it, sip it slowly, and listen. Perhaps then, the music and lyrics will reveal themselves to you.